Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, May 29th. This is our live Q&A. This is a session I do for you. This is a session that allows me to go deeper into your questions. As someone who believes in focus and daily execution, that is what hopefully you see in the disciplines that I bring to this channel. I talk about looking at your market every day. Hopefully what you are seeing in this channel is I not only look at my market every day, but you can't see that. But what I do is create daily content for you, right? The daily financial news, 6 multimillionaires Monday or Sunday through Friday. And of course, this live stream on Saturday. Yes, so I have a bunch of questions. I will do my best to get through all of them. If you ever wanted to ask me a question, you want to say hi or good morning to me, this is the video to do it. Leave them in the chat box over here. And what I will do is go through questions from the week. Then I will go to the chat box and I will do my best to wish everyone a good morning by name. And of course, I will answer your questions. So first and foremost, a couple of things. If you have been waiting for Dion's self-management video, we have loaded the second video. It just went live in the last 10 minutes. Something that I'm very proud of is the How to Get Started One Rental at a Time course is changing lives. Thousands of people have joined up. Lots of people are signing up right now because y'all like to save money, which is cool. I say save $100. Why not? Buy in the next 2 days, else it goes up. But what really makes me feel good is experts that have experience that I just don't have. They have been reaching out and asking if they can add content. So Dion Talk, Dion's a very active member of the Bigger Pocket community. He talked about this book, One Rental at a Time, on his interview with Bigger Pockets. So thank you again for that. He's adding content for self-management. I've never done it. Frankly, wouldn't do it, but he does, and he does it really well. So that is awesome. I met with the lumberjack landlord again yesterday, going over his outline. He is adding content, probably recording this weekend. He is recording this weekend so he can have it to us in early June about house hacking. He's going to bring something called the 4-3-2-1 strategy. It's going to be life-changing. Again, he is adding that content. We are creating contents for flipping. We've already done creative financing, seller financing. Shout out Ryan Nickel for pioneering that. Raising private money, Anna Kelly and others. So again, it is quite the honor to have something, the consistency, and then have other quality people join. So if you want to get all of that, you need to sign up. Might as well sign up now, save $100. If not, no hard feelings. I'll take it. You can pay next month. It'll just be $299. A couple of people asked me about the mentoring option. This is something brand new. I finally had to relent and offer it. I keep getting asked. One, the mentoring option is not required. Not required, not required, not required. I have worked very hard to make the currently $199, soon to be $299 course something you could go through by yourself. In addition, that course gives you access to the Facebook group, which is called One Rental at a Time Works. Again, I'm trying to do everything I can to make it self-paced. I've made the videos kind of step by step. My hope, my intention, my goal all along was not to do mentoring. So if you have any questions, you're thinking, should I do it or not? Save your money. We can always deal with it later if you decide you want to, but if you have any doubt, save your money. That said, I've done dozens of mentoring already. It's only been out 3 or 4 weeks. I have, probably dozens more scheduled when you're ready. I have found those mentoring calls to be valuable. Some people have unique situations. Some people want to unpack a very unique opportunity. So if you think you might want it, might as well get it now because its price goes up on June 1st as well. I have, they're just going to go up by the same $100 amount. So if you want mentoring, might as well get it now, save $100. And again, we can schedule it whenever you're ready. You want to do it right away? Great. You want to do it after going through the course? Great. You want to do it halfway through the course? Great. I am very flexible. I own my time. So whenever you want to do that. Again, remember, this is for you. Folks, leave your questions, comments over there. I want to go through why I think one rental at a time is a particularly very good strategy today. I think there's a lot of changes in the future with interest rate risk for commercial. I think there is a lot of tax changes which will be punitive and actually cause real estate investors to slow down, at least the sell or the move up. But I think there's a lot of things, a lot of reasons to aim to get your 4 rentals today. I tried to do this on the daily financial news. I got some heads up that it was a little glitchy, so I wanted to do it here so it's recorded. First and foremost, we need to appreciate the macro trend of population. If you're in my age bracket, you have heard throughout your entire life how the baby boomers changed everything. Right? They came back from the war, they moved out to the suburbs, all of that stuff, and they just changed everything. Well, we are about to do that again, right? Gen X was kind of like a trough, but now the millennials are coming and they're aging into first-time home buyers. The myth, the story, the just wrong story that millennials will never own is being proven wrong and being proven wrong in a big way. Millennials want to own. They are just aging into that key age of 33 to 34. That is the average age of a first-time home buyer. That trend is years in the making. 3, 4, 5 years in the making. We have more and more and more and more 33 and 34-year-olds. First-time home ownership is going to get some attention. We do have Wall Street. Wall Street has proven that they can manage and acquire hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands of single-family homes at scale. And they're going to continue. They have the cheapest money. They have the systems and processes in place. They know what markets they want. They are coming. And unlike a lot of people, I do not believe Wall Street will ever sell. Why would they? These assets are bought at discounts. These assets, they have none of their capital in them anymore. They are just producing yield. So I believe once an affordable home is gone to Wall Street, it is off the market forever. And that was a very interesting conversation I had with Aaron Norris. I think that was Thursday. Need to take a look at that. It is 50 minutes long, so it's kind of a long interview. Then there's investors like you and I. I'm hearing more and more folks get in, right? This one rental at a time is going to be a movement. We are going to help people get to 4. Some of you are going to go from 4 to 10, and that is awesome. You are taking inventory off. If you can get your rentals now where rates are artificially low, you're going to be living pretty good because inflation is real. My history says prices go up first, rents go up second. We are already seeing that. Also pointing out, again, my call of 2 million homes by the end of July feels like a stretch, but I think the momentum is on my side. Just in a month, we saw inventory rise 10.6%. Let's call it 10%. Right? Went from 1 million to 1.56%. Nobody's talking about it, but I've told you it's coming. And folks in the Facebook group are telling me they're seeing inventory. How do I know? If you follow my course, step 1 is you create a box, your search criteria. What do you want? And when you do that, you see the market change first. It's so powerful. I've had people looking at it for weeks and months and going, all I'm seeing is onesie twosies. And oh my God, I just saw 7. Now these 7 are probably still overpriced because that's what people do. right? When they think they're the only game in town, they list it at stupid prices, but that's the start. Those 7 come out, maybe 2 sell, 5 sit. Then there's another 7, and then there's 12, and then there's listings and listings and listings. So do the work. Conservative fixed rate financing. I don't know what the exact percentage is, but it's over 95%, likely over 97% of loans are 30 years or 15 years fixed. This is not going to be a cascading problem of debt adjustable rate mortgages resetting. People looking for a 2007, 8, 9 unwind are misinformed. It's not coming. Builders have been underbuilding for 10 years. And you can't build affordable housing in most of the country. Go get those rentals. Let inflation be your friend. Avoidable foreclosures. This foreclosure wave that all of these newer investors were talking about are not coming. Banks are behaving 180 degrees different than last time. The strategic defaults of 07, 08, 09 are now the avoidable foreclosures of 2021 and 2022. Migration. If you are investing in a market that is seeing population increases, that is a trend that will continue. People like warm versus cold. People like less tax than more tax. These are investable trends. And then finally, we have work-life balance, work from home. I need an office for, my husband and wife need office. We need a place for our kids, our dogs. Not to mention tax changes, incenting buy and hold. Capital gains is an optional tax. I will not be playing. I am not going to be selling anything in an environment where the government can come get 53% of my gain. Not to mention depreciation recapture. Oh, not happening, folks. So I just wanted to get that recorded. It was an important part of today. Let's get to a couple of questions. Yes, inventory is up. That was very interesting that no news media talked about it. All they wanted to talk about was pending sales down 4.4%, prices up. Talking heads on TV are in a loop. They want to scare people with crashing pending sales, and they want to scare you with price increases. The most important report of Thursday's pending home sales was 1 million more home, or not 1 million, my bad, 100,000 more homes available. Enjoy that. Do the work. If you're in my course, keep telling me in the private Facebook group when it changes for you. It's not changing everywhere. It's not changing everywhere yet. I believe it will change everywhere because consumers have shown me over the years they are consistent. They move in waves. Oh, I want to talk about book reviews. So if you follow my goals reviews from last week, we had an honest, heartfelt discussion about only having one book review last week. I just wanted to acknowledge that this week already we have 28. If you want to be a part of a record positive impact score tomorrow, do me a favor, leave your 5-star review today on Amazon or Audible. It will, I think we're going to have a record breaking. And if you got a deal this week, you closed, please let me know because I think we're up to 7. My students are doing deals, 7 deals done this week. That's why I do this. That's the whole reason One Rental at a Time exists, is to help people do deals. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So again, if you did a deal, let me know. So the last thing I'll talk about, then we'll get into your questions. Remember, we are here for you. Leave questions, say good morning. I will go to the top just in a moment, and we will call you out and say hello, thank you, good mornings, all that stuff. What can you expect from One Rental at a Time? I believe what I'm trying to do is build confidence. I believe confidence is what a lot of people are lacking. And how do you build confidence? You build it by focus and daily execution. You get comfortable with the math. You understand what yield is. You build your own spreadsheet. Yes, you're paying for the course, so you get mine, but it's not about mine. It's about building yours. And what you get with daily consistently or daily consistency, confidence in yourself. So that's what I am trying to teach, talk about, and go for. So I had some other stuff, but we'll just call that because I want to see what's on all of your minds. So let me go back to the top. Nathan, good morning. How are you? Dion, hey buddy, how are you? Good morning. Just loaded your how you manage one rental at a time. It just went live, I think at 7:45. So it's finally loaded. Thank you again for doing that. We got one more coming, right? Dion is doing a special video for us on his binder strategy. Pretty powerful stuff. Good morning, Jeffrey. Ultimate Bargains. How are you? John Williams. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, congrats, Dion. Dion got his 16th unit. He just closed a duplex. He shared it in the group, showed the picture, side-by-side duplex with the garage wall. I guess common garage wall. We also did a video. When did Dion and I talk? Was it Thursday? Talking about the numbers of his duplex. So that's pretty cool. Good morning, Tamika. How are you? Good morning. Dan, how are you? Good morning. Growth Mindset. Good morning. Nathan, good morning. Going to buy the course. Awesome. Make sure you join the Facebook group also. It's free. If you're on Facebook, I realize not everybody's on Facebook. No problem. Nathan, you always say that early on you didn't appreciate your money. Yep. Buying turnkey instead of cheap, needing work. Yep. Few properties have zero and make ready. How should you have set your limit? Ooh. So let's catch everybody up, Nathan, because you have been following me for a while. So basically what Nathan is highlighting is back in 2002 when I started my journey of one rental at a time. I was coming off a huge stock market loss and we had about $40,000. Went ahead and bought that first property on Norris Drive, which I write about in the book because it started off horribly, but ends up okay. Actually ends up pretty well. I'm underplaying that. But yeah, that first tenant, bad. So we took 20 grand. So basically half of our down payment and bought it. But what we needed to do is, I think that first one needed like 5 or 8 grand of work, new carpet, paint. We probably over improved it a little bit in fairness. But really what you saw in the next couple of properties, Ferris and Clinton, I think were the next two, is I bought junk. It wasn't 5 grand like Norris. It was more like 15 to 20 grand. So that first 40 grand was gone. And that was my mistake. The lending environment in 2003, 4, and 5, which these units were bought in, I could have financed the repairs, meaning buying turnkey, right? Buying clean, buying already updated. Instead of taking 10 grand for my kitty and then spending another 10 grand for my check. Yeah, it was just a very poor use of cash. I would say anything less than 2,500. I don't really know what market you're in, but in my market of Fresno, thinking about 02, 03, 04. Actually, I should probably think 2021, actually. I would say anything less than, $2,500 is turnkey. There are some properties at zero, right? They're already leased up, ready to go, done. But I would say anything less than 2,500 is turnkey. If you start getting to 5 to 10 grand, some markets that's down payments. So that's what I would say. Does the course come with the book? Nope, it does not. Nope. The book is published by Amazon, so they want to get their cut. And Audible is owned by Amazon. Yes, you can get it on Audible. It is not my voice, but yes, you can get it on Audible. One rental at a time is on Audible. Yes. Roldan, good morning, all. Happy to see many consistent followers. Yeah, you and me both. Good morning, Maria. How are you? Hey, Tony, how are you? Good morning. Subject 2, it is coming to your course. It is already there. We have Ryan Nickel, who's already brought it up. He's done, Ryan did like 2.5 hours of material. It is already there. And I have commitment from a friend, Pace Morby, that he will be creating some content as well, although he is extremely busy. So I'm not sure when that will happen, but I did speak with him and he said, it is coming. Miguel, how long should I wait till start looking, expanding my search area? Currently in my market, there is 2 multifam, but SAC has new inventory, seems like weekly. Should I stay the course in my area or expand? I mean, there's so many layers to that question. I think most people, Miguel, again, I don't know your situation, but I say most people expand too early. Most people that I speak with, they get 30 days in and they're like, I'm bored of this. Nothing changes. Where in reality, you haven't gotten that aha moment yet. I think the aha moment for most people occurs around day 75, 60 to 75. So again, I don't know your situation specifically, Miguel, but I would say if you've been doing your search for 3 months, say 90 days, you're probably there. If you have been active in your market for years and you own some rentals already, you probably can expand. But if you're like 30 days in and you're just feeling kind of antsy, not yet. So hopefully that helps because I'm trying to answer the question for everyone. Hopefully that helps. Tony, excellent. Awesome. I forgot why that was there, but that's cool. Hey, Justin, good morning. How are you? Lumberjack Landlord checking in Memorial Day weekend. Lumberjack, we need that 4321 content. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, we talked about that. That's coming. Mike, good morning. Good morning, Mike. Hi, how about that? Mike, good morning, Mike. Ah, got it. What was your biggest real estate regret in 2020 and what would you have done differently? What are you doing differently in 2021? Well, I think I've been clear, so I'll say it here. I made a lot of money in 2020 by selling, right? I think we completed, I don't remember what it was. I did my taxes and I had to write a 6-figure check, so I was kind of pissed. I think we did 12 or 15. I probably should have kept 6 of them. So my biggest regret of 2020 is I just should have kept more rentals. I need more depreciation. So in 2021, I'm not selling. I will not play in an environment where the state of California and the federal government could get more than half my profit. Capital gains is an optional tax, and I won't play. So my biggest regret of 2020 is selling too much. I should have kept them. I have financing options. Velocity Mortgage that I talk to usually weekly is an answer for me, right? I can go get 30-year debt on apartments. I can go refi out my 6 and 20 programs. So Velocity Mortgage has given me options. So I should have just kept more. That's what I should have done. That's a fun question. I haven't thought about that. Tim, where are you? Whoops, where'd we go? Again, folks, if you want to say good morning or ask questions, go ahead and do that. I'm just scrolling through top to bottom. Tim, I know a crash is far off. Likely, when do you think we have a slowdown that may cause encouragement of the 40-year mortgage? Yeah, so I do not see a crash. My crystal ball doesn't go out far enough. I think a slowdown is in the work. Again, everybody wants this to be a bubble because we had a bubble last time. I think it is far more likely we have a balloon. And I think we all know balloons could pop or they could deflate, right? Because you blow into a balloon, right? You can pop it or you just let the air out. And I believe we're just going to let the air out this time. I think banks have learned, hence avoidable foreclosures. The debt structure is vastly different. So I think we'll have a slowdown. I think the slowdown could start. But again, what's a slowdown? A slowdown means instead of 15% or 12% appreciation, we see 4, 5, or 6. So I think that 40-year mortgage, that's the question. I still don't know how I feel about that. Maybe it just shows how old I am, maybe. But if the 40-year mortgage becomes a thing, like a thing, all it's going to do is increase values. I mean, man. Yeah, I don't know what the math says, but I got to imagine a 40-year mortgage versus a 30-year probably makes, oh, I don't know. You could probably add 20% to the value and the payments stay the same. I should probably do that math. I think I'm going to do that math on a 200K house and see where the break even is. I bet you it's like 20%, might be 25. I'm going to do that math. Hold on. I got to take an action item. 30-year versus 40-year, 200K. Let's see. All right, I'm going to do that math. So when it's so the answer to when is the next recession. That's the cause. The next recession is when it happens. I don't see, just with the worldwide economy, I think means the US economy generally grows for the next 2 to 4 years. Because again, the world is coming out of this thing differently. And that just means worldwide economies will help each other grow. Yeah, so it's the next recession, Tim. I just don't know when that is. Chris, good morning. Hit the like button. I always forget that. Like, subscribe, comment. Yes, so 80 people joined, 22 thumbs up. Yeah. Oh, good morning, Steve. How are you? I think you're buying a house. Have fun. We'll talk next week. Again, I gave Velocity Mortgage a shout out because you're going to help me keep more of my properties this next year. So thank you for that. Will you do a live seminar in San Diego? What would you cover? I don't know. I can say this. I could see doing live events in 2022. I need to be sensitive. I am not nervous about this thing we're going through, but my wife is. And as many people know, happy wife, happy life. So I got to be careful for that. It's annoying, but I have to be careful. So yeah, I think live events are going to be something I will do. I will probably blend my life with them. So, hey, honey, you want to go to San Diego? Great. Let's go there. Let's write it off as a business expense, but I need one day to teach or mentor or whatever. Yeah. So what will I teach? No idea yet. No idea. I don't know. I'm still trying to work it out. Where are we? Miguel, they are buying a business. I feel like you have to manage it even if it's a little of your time. Oh, wait a second. I might have missed something. Oh, here we go. A lot of coworkers are saying they want to buy turnkey out of state and want nothing to do with property. Don't even want to know about the monthly report. It's a recipe for disaster. I believe that is a lazy approach to investing and will end in tragedy and tears for most people. I think out-of-state investing can be awesome. I think out-of-state investing requires a lot of work, and it requires most of the work before you buy the property. Out-of-state investing, you evaluate the team, then the market, then the deal. Your coworkers are looking at the deal, the market, and the team. That is ass backwards and won't end well for most of them. Yeah, it just won't end well for most of them. A couple of them might work out, but not most of them. On my channel, when I talk to folks one-on-one, 2 topics come up where they lost money, big money. Excuse me. One is out-of-state investing. They believed the 2% rule. They believed bigger pockets. They were chasing a spreadsheet and not real life. Bad idea. Number 2, though, just in full disclosure, a lot of people had been burned by Burr. They didn't realize all the ins and outs. They didn't realize it was another job. They didn't realize contractor steal. They didn't realize an appraisal, which is the end of Burr, is very conservative. And many of them have been left with money locked up and very upset lenders. So yeah, I do think that will be a disaster. Again, I think you can do it, but it's work. And it's upfront work, which just drives people crazy. No, they will not be a crash. No crash, no crash, no crash. If there is so realize when I say that, I'm talking national. Could there be local crashes? Absolutely. And again, a crash, 20%. Right? Let's just put a number on it instead of a word. Yeah, there could be some markets that are hit particularly hard. It'll be very small. It'll be very quick. And Wall Street and other investors will just come and swoop them up. So I don't see any market going down 20%, but it's possible. Yeah, but these people talking about a crash, I mean, I've called them out on YouTube, but whatever. If you listen to them, you missed out on 15% appreciation. They're buying a business. I feel like you have to manage it, even if you're investing out of state and you don't manage it like a business. Oh, somebody somewhere is going to steal money from you. There's no question. What does that say? The Condili serpent. Wow. Good morning. How are you? How do you fight the I don't have the next down payment? Do I need to do the work today syndrome at the beginning when you didn't cash flow a down payment monthly? Yeah, I mean, that's probably, I mean, I guess I don't talk about that enough. You never stop doing the work. You never know when the deal of the decade comes along. It's amazing what happens when you find a deal of the decade, the lengths you will go to. I remember, so again, right, buy the first 3 with cash out refis to get the next couple. But I remember running along, again, because I did the work, I found a seller financing deal that required very little down. We just had to cover the agent's commission. So that was fun. Again, never would have uncovered that if I didn't. I remember finding a deal that was so good, I got a loan on my car. Again, when you find a deal, you will go to creative lengths. So keep doing the work and just keep moving forward. You can't stop. You never know when something will pop up. Literally, deals of the decade come around for me once a year. I know there are people that, they come around weekly or monthly. You just got to keep doing the work. So you get really creative. I borrowed money against a car that was free and clear. Actually, both our cars. I borrowed from my 401k. I got a credit. I wrote I don't know what they're called, but I took a check from my credit card and did a down payment, or I think I just did an earnest money deposit once. Yeah, just keep moving forward. And the beauty, I will tell you, is as the longer you're in the game, obviously the more capital, more experience you have, you can go forward. And really, the more experience you have, John, the easier private money is. Private money was a lifesaver. I've talked about it many times. It's why it's in the course. I think that was the first section we added. That bonus section was private money, because private money changed our life. When you can show with concrete evidence, you know what you're talking about, there's millions of dollars in your network that you have not tapped. Just keep telling everybody what you're doing and show them the work, show them your spreadsheet, show them your deals. You'll find it. It's there. Just keep doing the work. Never stop. Good morning, John. Will you talk about how you 1031 exchange from 8 units to multifamily and how it affected cash flow? You can find a video on my YouTube channel that talks about the numbers. I believe it's one of my videos in my course in the bonus section, I think. But real quick, I did the math somewhere. Yeah, basically we sold a house, escrowed the money in an intermediary, and bought, I don't remember what, we buy a 5, 10, 10, 13, 18, 18. I don't remember how all the math worked. But yeah, cash flow exploded. Conservatively speaking, with 6 houses in a duplex, we were probably cash flowing, I don't know, I don't remember. Call it $2,000 a month, 2,500, somewhere in there. And then in 80 units, it was a lot more. It was more than 10x. It was a lot more. Yeah, that move that we did because of Bruce Norris and the Norris Group, Aaron Norris, was fantastic. Yeah, that was pretty well timed. Tony, after doing my spreadsheet for about 3 weeks, okay, in my area, yields are negative. Yeah, mine too. I've been looking at 2 to 4 plexes, which, 4%. There you go. And above on asking prices. Would you only focus on residential multifamily? Well, again, you're only into this 3 weeks, Tony. I think, like I said, I think earlier, I think 60 days is magic. And also know that markets change, right? So duplexes, tries, quads may be the answer today, which is great. But you always got to stay tuned to single family because there could be changes. What happens, Tony, if inventory quadruples in your market? Quintuples. Is that bigger than quadruple? I think so. I'm suspecting that housing will come down, or at least quality, right? The housing may stay at the same price, but there'll be some junkers you can buy cheap. So don't stop yet. You're not quite at the 60-day mark. But I certainly would keep looking at duplexes through quads. You're onto something, and that's what this course is about. That's what Dion talks about, right? He talks about his market being too expensive for houses, but duplexes through quads work. Just keep doing the work, Tony. You are on the right course or on the right path. Mike, have you put any offers in on multifamily within the last 24 months? So we got to define multifamily. I put lots of offers in on fourplexes and below. Have I put any offers? 24 months is a long time in this business. Not many. Not many. Probably less than 5. Certainly less than 10. Yeah, less than 10. I really think multifamily is in for I think multifamily is going to suffer pain like single family did in about 3 years. So yeah, I haven't put an offer on a multifamily in the last, probably since last summer. Yeah. So what's that been? Almost a year? I think I put a couple offers in early 2020, but nothing since. I really do think multifamily is in for some pain. Cap rates are just stupid low. Interest rate risk through the wazoo. Rents in my multifamily are not keeping up. Costs are up. And again, I own this stuff. So it's just not going to end well. Thankfully, I have all my debt now out 7 years. So I've taken as much interest rate risk off that I can. So yeah. Yeah. So nothing in the last 10 months, Chris. Jerome Powell previously clause. That's funny. If you have to pay off your loan for 35 years, who is buying? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah. Another thing, I think that 7 to 8 years is accurate. Although I think what you're seeing right now is that's going to change. I think if we look at the average time people are in homes in 5 years, it might be closer to 11 to 12 years. I think we're seeing a fundamental shift. Baby boomers are aging in place more. They're not selling and moving to old folks' homes nearly at the same rate that their parents did. They're living longer and healthier. Yeah. So, yeah. Price is different than value. Yep. Hi, Tom. Got in here late, but happy even. Yeah. Memorial Day weekend. Yep. Oops. Where'd we go? I was at Gill, I think. Where'd we go? I liked it immediately. Cool. Awesome. What are your thoughts on delayed financing, do's and don'ts, using cash to increase chances of accepted offer and then refi after close? In this market, anything works, right? Higher earnest money, all those conditions. I think if it helps you get a deal, right? Nathan, if it helps you get a great deal, do whatever it takes. That's the rules, right? That's what I teach. One rental at a time, good or great. You need to do anything you can to get a great deal. If that is to pay cash now, refi out, use equity lines, so be it. I don't generally like using equity lines or home equity lines of credit or whatever they're called for you. But if you can pay them off with a refi inside of a year, go for it. You got to do what you got to do. Yep. Well, first off, 3,600 grand in cash. Congratulations. That's more than most people will ever see. I don't see a crash coming, so feel free to wait if you want. I don't know your market. Maybe your market will crash. I don't know. But I think if you were waiting for a crash last year, you lost 15%. I think if you wait next year, most markets you lose 6 or 7. Now realize, as if you follow me, most real estate is overpriced. Most real estate is a bad deal. Most real estate is a negative deal. What I talk about with one rental at a time is hard work. It takes focus and daily execution. If you're just going to write offers on MLS-based deals and pay list price, you're going to lose money, negative cash flow. What I teach and talk about is hard work. It can work, and people are doing it. We've got 7 deals this week. But yeah, if you're not willing to do the work, keep the cash. I'm still buying. I have that much and more. I'm still buying. You can do the work. I have no use for bigger pockets. Yeah, bigger pockets. I was an active contributor decades ago, but no, not anymore. Chris just purchased single family home, off market deal. Nice. $197K cash, which can rent out STR for $200 a night. Okay, got it. Oh, short-term rental, got it. $3K a month. Nice. How can I structure this deal without the capital available? Non-QM or hard money? So non-QM, again, there's every non-QM or non-qualified mortgage lender has their own rules and markets and all of that. It doesn't talk about what the after repair value is, but you can go get 30-year money on that, probably 30% or 70% LTV. You could obviously go get private money if you had those relationships set up. How can I structure this deal without capital available? I'm not sure what you're saying. So I thought you had cash. Yeah, so you're going to need some money in the deal for sure. Unless you had private money that will loan up to I don't think there's a non-QM or a hard money lender that will go to 100% of purchase if this is your first deal. They like to see experience, and then even then, most of them won't go to 100%. So private money is the way. Seller financing could be the way, but that's not cash, I guess. The word of 2021 has been invest. Yeah, don't bet against the Fed. That's another one. I guess that's 2020. Steve, yep, did the math. 200K home, 40-year term, 3%, 715. I like that. 314, 30-year, 3%. Wow. Crazy. Yeah. Never stop doing the work. Yes, Tamika. Never, 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 never. Hi, Mike. I'm a renter, healthcare worker, soon-to-be student of yours who lives in Central Irvine. Okay, yep. I recently qualified for 700K, 3% plus. Should I focus on my first rental or home? That's a tough question, Kobe. I'm going to assume that's how that said, Kobe. That's because I'm a big believer in owner occupants getting on the property ladder. But as you know, OC, Orange County, freaking ridiculously expensive market. I guess what I would tell you, Kobe, is do you plan to live there for more than a decade? If you plan to live in Irvine, California for a decade or two, and that's like your forever home, probably get owner occupied first, right? 3% money is cheap. I think that will be lifetime low for most of us. So if you're going to be there forever, or if you could see being there for 5 years and then making it a rental, again, I think that 3% loan would be great. If you are like, hey, I'm a student down here, I'm gonna go to school or I'm gonna work here for 3 years and then move because this place is crazy expensive, then rent and invest. So for me, it really boils down to is how long you're going to live there, right? If you're going to live there for a decade, I mean, that's the mark. If you're going to be there at least a decade, owning California homes, not bad. Hopefully that makes sense, Kobe. If I missed your question, you could send a clarifying one below. And of course, you could house hack. The Lumberjack is going to produce some material on that shortly. Steve, use Velocity for alternative financing. We can flexible where funds come from. Oh, there you go. Oh, yep. Chris talks about house hacking. Good call. I'm glad I brought that up. You're right. House hacking is a great way, even in see. James, I know a good time to offer a month-to-month lease versus 12-month leases. Oh, is now. Sorry, I read that wrong. Is now. I know there's a lot of landlords that have gone month to month. I actually think we're coming out of this. I don't see CDC extending. I could obviously be wrong. I can tell you this, there's a lot of landlords only doing month to month now. I don't know that I will change for most of my portfolio because, again, 97% of my portfolio is paying, which is awesome. I did not know that would happen a year ago, but yeah. So I don't think I've added month to month. I actually take that back. I think I did 2 month to month leases 6 months ago. But yeah, I'm doing yearly leases still. But again, that's your call. I don't know your market. I don't know your governor. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. More and more people are doing that. What do you think about HELOC financing? I think they're fine. Home equity line of credits. I don't generally like it when people put debt on debt. If you're going to use a HELOC, I generally want to see how you're going to pay it off in a year or less. Like if you're going to use a HELOC to be your cash and then you refi it because of a burr or something later and pay it off, go nuts. Use it repeatedly. But if you're like some Americans and you're like, oh my God, I got $100,000, I'm going to go spend it. And then you have debt on debt. Bad. Jeffrey, FYI, if you're delivering all cash at closing, then you must get a great deal. Yes. If you are buying with seller financing, then you can pay a higher price when you get a great payment terms. I will gladly overpay. Let's just say a house is worth 200. I will pay 220, 225. I don't care what that number is. I care about the payment term, length, down payment, all of that stuff. Yep. Chris, I think I forgot what you were talking about. Let me go back. See, this is why I like to go back. Okay, got it. ARV 255, so you're buying it for under 200. Loan L2R, loaned record. Okay, 50% to borrow. Yeah, you can get that from non-QM, Velocity Mortgage, other lenders pretty easily, assuming it's in the right area, city, all that stuff. Yeah. What to look for on how to look to make sure I was getting a good or great deal. The course helped me laser focus. Yes. The course is focus, daily execution, build confidence. That's all the course is. And then all these awesome contributors are adding seller financing, private money, house hacking, self-management, flipping. Man, it's awesome to have great friends that add content. What could be a possible explanation for so many first-time buyers in the past year regretting their purchase? Is there any consumer behavior analysis to made? I think I've seen the report. I think it was like 54 or 64% of first-time buyers regret their decision. I think a lot of that is they felt rushed. They didn't really do their homework. A lot of them feel like they could have got a better payment if they waited because rates went down. I don't know. I think if you ask most people about their biggest investment, they have some regrets. I don't know. It's pretty consistent. That's for one thing. Yeah. I don't worry about it too much. Yeah. All right. Looks like once again, we got through all the questions. Yay. All right. So again, if you're still watching and you haven't left me a 5-star review, could you do it today? Let's set a record number for book reviews. I forgot what it was, like 28 or something. Let's see if we can't get over 30 or 35. Have a wonderful weekend. If you're one of my students, I will talk to you in 10 minutes in our Facebook group. Facebook group is called One Rental at a Time Works. If you're a student, you must ask to join. I will validate and then accept you. Bye. Yep. Jeffrey, I know you're out of Facebook. I don't blame you. Bye, everyone.